First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you heard about the major outage that went on, through the early hours of the morning and even this morning, man. When I say early hours of the morning, I mean after midnight. Because I first learned about this around 5 a.m.-ish, because I was woken up at 5 a.m. by my aunt saying her phone wasn't working, because she usually wakes up early morning to go pray. And then when she handed me her phone, all I saw was SOS on the top right corner. And I was trying for like 30 minutes to resolve it, and then she grabbed me my cousin's phone, and his phone said SOS on it too. That's when I realized, even though they're both AT&T, they're both under two separate plans. So then I was like, let me Google what's going on, if there's an outage. Then that's when I seen it, like AT&T was down. People started reporting it at around like 4 a.m. But yesterday we went to fellowship, and at the brother's house, the guy at the guard gate said his phone wasn't working, because the brother tried to call the guard gate. But he said his phone wasn't working. And when he said his phone wasn't working, he pulled out a cell phone. And that was weird. But I didn't think nothing of it. And that was like at 8 p.m. So it could have been starting around 8 p.m. But we didn't see the full brunt effect of it until about 4 a.m., 5 a.m. But, and it says, evening report, nation hit with widespread AT&T outage. But not only AT&T was affected, Verizon and T-Mobile was affected as well. And when you combine those three companies together, that's got to be at least over 100 million users, man. All right? So, and even at 5 a.m., I'm half asleep, but my aunt, she's not panicking, but she's like scrambling. Like, I understand she has zeal, but not according to knowledge. She wants to get her prayer session going, but at the same time, she looked worried, But these are the times that we're coming into, man. And you should be worried when you see things like this, because the men of the Lord have been warning you for decades that this was going to happen, right? Let me go to the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Right, so, this is just a beginning, man. This is just a test run, man, that we're still seeing, man. We're seeing a test run of, them turning out the lights, them cutting off basically the grid, just like in that movie, You Leave the World Behind. What people don't realize is that that was a prophetic movie. That was them telling you with predictive programming what they were trying to do, or what they planned to do. I was talking to a lady in a pizza shop randomly, man, and then she randomly asked me, have you seen that movie? Oh my, it's slipping my mind. But it was a movie she asked me I seen on Netflix. But it was a spirit because I watched the movie the night before. And it's a spirit because I don't watch Netflix. I don't really watch TV like that. It was a spirit. Brother recommended it. I forgot the name of the movie. But brother recommended it, and I tuned in, And then the next day I go to a pizza shop while I'm waiting for my pizza to be heated up. He's like, oh, have you seen this movie? A lady I've never seen before. It's my first time ever going to this pizza shop. Have you seen this movie? And I was like, yeah, actually, I seen it last night. And then I was like, I was kind of disappointed at it, yada, yada, yada. And she goes, what you think of it? And before I answered and said my piece, I asked her, what did she think of it? And I forgot what she said. She hated how it ended or something like that. That's what she said. She said she hated how it ended. Then she asked me, have you seen that movie, Leave the World Behind? Then she asked me, what did I think of that? And I said to her again, what did you think of it? First, because I'm not going to, say what I thought of it before I understood what she thought of it, man. But she was like, I didn't like it. It seemed too realistic of what they were trying to do. Some shit like that. She said it scared her. But hey, you should be terrified, man. You should be terrified. Because what does it say in the scriptures? I'm going to put 1 Samuel 3:11. And the Lord said to Samuel, behold, I will do a thing in Israel at which both the ears of everyone that heareth it shall tingle. Right? The Lord's about to do a massive destruction to this place. Not only Babylon, but in Jacob's trouble too. The Lord's about to whoop Jacob's ass, man. All right? Because judgment must first begin at his house, man. At our house. Right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that make up the majority of Israelites. But also the other people, the confused in our faces that make up or look like other nations but make up part of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right? Just because, you may even have been born in another nation, grew up in their custom, their ways, their culture, their language. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're that identity. If the spirit bears witness, you're more than likely Jake, man. But nonetheless, this lady said she didn't like what she saw, and this is the thing: the people that produced the movie Leave the World Behind are plugged in. It was produced by the Obamas, man. Plugged in, man. Plugged in. So they're telling you what they plan to do because they think they could basically force the Most High's hands to move, right? They're trying to upset prophecy, or they're trying to take total control of everything via basically a new world order and take control of everything and try to upset prophecy, man. Because they believe if they could put the C-hip, that micro C-hip at everybody, the CHIP, that, they could destroy the Israelites, God's chosen people, and leave them in a perpetual state of captivity and leave them with a perpetual state of rulership, man. But that'll never happen, right? Because the Lord has reserved 7,000 men that won't bow the knee, man. All right? So the Lord has reserved the elect to resist and to basically to fight back through the spirit with the word, man. All right? And because of that, the Lord's going to spare his elect and deliver us and destroy our enemies, man. And nonetheless, before all this happens, all hell's got to break loose. And while all hell's breaking loose, there's going to be a famine of the word where the word won't be able to spread from person to person, from city to city, state to state, right? Because a major tool in spreading the word is the unicorn, man, the internet, right? Because we have the internet, we're able to spread this word. I'm uploading this video from South Florida, where a brother in New Zealand could watch this video, man. All right, so it's able to spread. But now if you cut off the communication, you cut off the lights, there's no way to communicate, man. All right, even today, man. Even today, my phone wasn't working, and I was late for work, but I couldn't call nobody to let them know. And nobody could call me to let me know if there was an issue or anything. So, it's like they cut communication off, and some people are saying it was hacked. Some people are saying it was a solar flare, which I believe, because they were talking about solar flare months ago. I believe they just mentioned that. This is me speaking as a man. I believe they just mentioned that so they could time it with the so-called solar flare and say, oh, it was a solar flare that did this. But they're probably just doing test runs to see what would happen when they, cut off the lights and cut off communication, man. How would people react, man? All right? People didn't bug out because they still had Wi-Fi. Some phones, not every single AT&T phone was disconnected. Some phones still worked and things of that nature. But we're coming to a time where when the word of the Lord stops going out, that would mean the elect is sealed, because faith comes by hearing. So if the word is no longer going out, that means nobody no longer needs to hear the word, which means all hell's going to break loose, man. So when you see something like this happen, it's going to be a wrap, man. For the people that haven't received and took heed to this word yet, man. 1 Samuel 3:1, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli, and the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai was precious in those days. There was no open vision, right? That's the thing, man. When something is scarce, it's more valuable, man. And right now, the word of the Lord is being spread all over the internet. in every major city or across the four corners of the globe, man, you're seeing brothers on the highways and byways preaching, man. All right? Not every single brother preaching is in the truth, but it's enough to plant a seed to make you want to be like, okay, let me dig further. If it, does something to your spirit, if the word moves your spirit, then, it's the Lord calling you, man. All right? But how you react to the word is also could be a condemnation too, man. A lot of people, you'll see people walking down the highways and byways literally covering their ears, or we're reading Bible verses, man. So the word is not for them, because it's really only for the elect. The Lord is not coming back to save everybody. All right? That's impossible, man. That's impossible in the fact that not everybody's going to need saving. All right? The Lord's coming back to save everybody. Then who is judgment and vengeance for, man? It's for the wicked. But the Lord got to, basically make an example of this place, man. And you're starting to see the signs of it, man. You've been seeing the signs, but now it's basically like the days are shortening, man. The days are shortening, man. I speak as a man, but I don't think, the election is going to go down like it has in the past. I don't think it's going to be a regular election. They might even, cancel that motherfucker. Lord willing, man. They cancel it, all hell's going to break loose, man. Because these niggas will bug the fuck out over their fucking savior, Donald Trump, man. And a lot of these niggas' saviors, Joe Biden, too. I'm not picking sides in that, because both of them niggas is through. Voting is through, man. All right? I'm just saying that. Ezekiel 7:26, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. Right? Why is the law going to perish from the priest? Because in Ezekiel 4, Ezekiel 3:26, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Right? The word is no longer going to go out, man. It's going to be a famine of the word. And even in a famine of bread, a literal bread, people bug the fuck out. When there's a famine of the word, man, people are going to bug out more, man. And when you combine those two, it's even going to be worse. Because you got to think, too. If I seen the symptoms of this outage at, let's say, 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., that there are still people, businesses, companies running, on the roads, on the streets. So somebody caught a flat tire at 5 a.m. in the middle of nowhere, and they can't call for help. The phone is out. What do you do, man? You're shit out of luck, man. You're stuck, man. Best believe there was people going through this. Somebody somewhere across Babylon was dealing with the issue where they could not call for help. And the only number they could call is 911. So if you give people that option, 911 is going to get bombarded. And then when somebody really needs help, they can't call 911. They're on hold, man. All right, and it's crazy too, because the day before yesterday, 911 went down, right? An alert went down and out, at least through what I've seen personally, at least all throughout Palm Beach County, and there's over 1 million people in Palm Beach County. Then 911 went down, but I heard brothers say that it was a nationwide thing, man. Actually, let me just fact check that real quick. I'm just gonna put 911 outage. So you have a 911 outage one day and a total cell phone outage the next day. All right, and then if you combine those two, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. You combine those two and it's the middle of the night, it's a wrap, man. This is from Newsweek 12 hours ago. 911 outage nationwide as emergency crash. 911 outage nationwide as emergency system crashes for millions. Right? Hey, so this is the time we're coming into, man. And a lot of people depend on cell phone service to upload lessons, man. So, I'm using a cell phone service now, but a lot of my lessons are done at home, not using cell. But if I'm on the road, I'm using cell phone service to upload the lesson. If the cell phone service collapses, if the cell towers collapse, is no longer operable, how are lessons going to go out? How is the word going to go out, man? One day the Lord's going to put a spirit on the apostles and say, hey, nobody hit the highways and byways, nobody upload lessons. This is the beginning of the famine of the word. When that decree goes out, you're still going to have brothers. Other camps may take heed, but you're going to have people in other camps that don't take heed, that don't respect the position of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and scoff at the Salakia. The word slipped my mind. I'll just call it a command for now, and scoff at the command, and still go out there on the highways and byways, or still wear fringes, and it will be a wrap. They're going to be targeted, because the men of the Lord are going to be persecuted, man. Scripture talks about how the enemy is going to come in as a flood against them that fear the Lord, man. But then shall it be known who's the chosen, man. Because a nigga wearing fringes ain't going to get spiritual powers, man. Especially if he's scoffing at the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man. Salakia. Isaiah 59:16, so shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him. Right. And this is the time that we're coming into, man. All right. The enemy's coming in like a flood, rushing in like a flood. When you read the scriptures too, flood represents armies and military strength, man. So the enemy is going to come in like a flood, using their military might. You'll see police, sheriffs, and their departments and stations will have damn near tanks, man. Armored vehicles shaped like a box truck, but with like a tank, man, with gun holes in it so they can shoot out of, man. All right, so the enemy's gonna come in like a flood against those that fear the Lord, man. Second Ezra 16:70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Right? And this is the times that we're coming into, man. But believe, men of the Lord are going to have bounties on their head in the times we're coming into. All right. Verse 73, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Right. And how they're going to be known? Because the Lord's going to lift up that standard. Basically put our enemies to flight. When you go into that word standard in Isaiah 59, man, it goes into putting our enemies to flight. How is he going to do that? By giving us spiritual powers. Lord willing, we're part of that number. But let me get one more. I'm going to close out, Lord willing. Psalm 74:9, we see not our signs. There is no more any prophet, neither is there any among us that knoweth. Salakia. Psalm 74:9, we see not our signs. There is no more any prophet, neither is there any. Salakia. Oh my gosh. Psalm 74:9, we see not our signs. There is no more any prophet, neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. Right. Hey, because the Lord's going to basically seal the mouths of the prophets, and they're not going to tell them, we're not going to tell the people what's going on or how long they're going to be going on through this, man. There's going to be a time like never before, man, pursuant to Daniel, man. And, this is the time that we're coming into called Jacob's trouble, right? But, hey, this is another warning going out. If you see the signs and you refuse to take heed, hey, that's on you, man. That's on you. All we could do is watch and observe and tell you and warn you what the Lord is about to do. This is a man's doings, man. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say shalom and a ball.